It's gonna be in a dimension it's never been.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
The greatest thing floating in 2024.
I might be out of business.
Mark the words. No way. in a whole different realm of business. Oprah coming next. Once I establish this as a place of truth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Watch. God's people ain't that few.
Yeah. Prince. You met Prince.
Hey, fanatics. Y'all, we've just witnessed the interview of the year, and January has just started. Trust me, you don't want to miss this video, because I'm here with Katt Willaims' exclusive message for all the haters of his latest Shay Shay podcast. Yep, there's new info coming from Katt himself and Shannon Sharpe. And yes, that includes Katt being wrong about Kevin Hart. That's not all though. I'll also be sharing details about Shannon Sharpe revealing he will be bringing Katt back for another interview. And if you'll stick around until the very end, you'll find out some hidden things Katt didn't share in the podcast.
He's like, it's going to happen. I'm like, I don't know. I said, all I can do is reach out. I can ask.
Right.
And he hit me back. Let's do it. And I remember telling, I said, CJ, Katt Willaims people hit me up and say they want to do it. He's like, for real? I was like, yeah, for real. I said, whatever we got, so whatever we have planned, I don't like them. I said, let's just clear it out.
Let's get right into it. Katt Willaims made sure he scorched the earth and every comedian on it when he walked into Shannon Sharpe's podcast. But there's one thing he got wrong, and Shannon Sharpe knows it too, which is why he's decided to bring Katt back on his podcast. Now, the main reason behind it is that he knows for a fact that Katt's got more to say. He isn't done, and he hasn't said it all yet. Here's what makes him so sure of it.
I just need a microphone.
Yeah. Just go.
And he, I know you can't see me, but y'all saw him. He doing this on his pants. He rubbing. He doing this. I said okay.
Katt's eagerness to keep going on and on told Shannon everything he needed to know, and of course, there were other more visible cues of how much he was still keeping inside him as well. Watch this.
I got to let them talk. I got to let them get their point across. I got to let them say, because that's the only way. I got to make sure he holds that train of thought, or she holds that train of thought.
Now, there's a long list of some very hurt people who he called out during the podcast. And of course, their whiny asses have responded to him with diss tracks of their own.
Hold it, Tommy. So you a comedian, you a radio host.
Yes.
And now you got a game show? I'm finna go on Shannon Sharpe show and accuse you of stealing my whole damn career. I thought you were supposed to go on there and enlighten people.
But that was not a good call, because it only triggered Katt to say more. Trust me, you don't want to get on this guy's bad side. You know Harvey Weinstein didn't offer to suck his for no reason, right? But guess what? Kevin Hart, Cedric the Entertainer, and Steve Harvey will just have to learn the hard way. Katt has a message for everyone who's got a problem with him, and like he says, you need haters, and if you need somebody to hate on, feel free to hate on Katt.
Haters in here right now that don't have nobody to hate on, feel free to hate on me.
I'm gonna quickly fill you in on what Katt's really said about some of these guys, especially Kim Kardashian. Boy, did she get burned. First up, he took a swing at Kevin Hart, saying he hasn't seen a sold-out show or a standing ovation in 15 years. He even claimed that every damn movie Kevin did for 5 years was originally on his desk. Yes, he was planted, and he already had all his deals sorted before coming to LA.
Getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here.
However, Hart fired back on Twitter, telling Katt to get rid of that anger, calling it sad. Now, the only problem with all this is that while Katt might have been right about a lot of things, he's wrong about Kevin Hart, because this was Kevin's reality.
We all witnessed Kevin Hart's come up, you know what I mean? Even when he got Soul Plane and Soul Plane flopped, when he got the NBC sitcom and the NBC sitcom flopped, putting in the work. And like one thing that I always said that I love that Kevin did, everybody who would come to his show collect their emails, and he started sending out a newsletter, to the point where we watched him here in New York City sell out Caroline's 12 times.
We personally like Kevin and have been to a few of his shows, and he's legit. He really is. So maybe Katt is right about Kevin Hart, but he sure as heck isn't lying about any of the other stuff, which kind of makes you think, is there a bad history between the two? Because honestly, we really think Katt's a legit human being with a heart of gold, like y'all. Just listen to Dion Cole talk about him.
Katt is one of the most generous people that you ever gonna meet. And a lot of people don't know that. He don't get a lot of press and love for that. One of the most generous ever. Get off stage and everybody like, man, good set, good set, good set. So many people saying that. Some girl came and put something in my hand and said, good set, but I didn't see her. I just heard her and she walked off. And I thought it was like a phone number in my hand. And when everybody walked away and stuff, I looked in my hand and it was $1,000. And then I looked out in the audience trying to find the girl, and I'm like, man, I can't remember her face, and I couldn't see her, and I was just like, who gave me $1,000? But anyway, I just was like, wow. And later on, about a month later, somebody told me that happened to them, and they said Katt Willaims was in the audience. And I put two and two together and was like, wow, he did that to me then. He never tell you, he never makes it known or any of that. So if you ever around him, ask him. If you ever around him, ask him, how much money have you just given away?
Then there's the Cedric the Entertainer beef. Katt straight up dissed Cedric, saying he can't write jokes, sing, or dance. He even trashed Cedric's comedy specials, saying they're so garbage they're not on Netflix or Tubi. And of course, Katt accused the Entertainer of stealing a joke from him too.
Cedric did the same thing. Cedric told you when you asked him, did you steal Katt Willaims' joke? Yeah. He said, it don't line up. How it don't line up that I did it on TV in 2018? You came to see me at the Comedy Store do it in 2019.
Cedric got so pressed that he took to IG and hit back saying his whole career can't be reduced to one joke Katt Willaims claims as his.
Sorry, bruh, but you actually have to be the one making the music. Nice try, Shaq.
Kanye West got his fair share of Katt's thoughts. Katt questioned why we judge someone with special needs like Kanye on the same scale as everyone else. He also dished on Kanye's relationships and marriage choices, calling Kim a and whatnot.
Reacting to, you're the one that put him in a position where he thought he was God and could call himself Jesus. You're the one that's like, so what do you expect? The guy married a whore.
Well, he's right. Katt wasn't about to spare a criminal's ass either, so Harvey Weinstein also made the cut. He straight up said Weinstein offered to suck in front of his agency, but he had to turn him down, which really makes you think what the hell was going on behind those closed doors.
They canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck in front of all my people at my agency.
Oh, and Steve Harvey also got dragged into this mess. Katt took a swipe at him saying there's no demand for a country bumpkin black dude like Steve in Hollywood.
I didn't want to be a movie star. No, you couldn't be a movie star. There are 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood every year. Not one of them asks for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good over KB and look like Mr. Potato Head. There ain't none.
So yeah, you get the gist. But let's not steer away from the real problem here. 2024 is the year of exposure, the year of truth-telling about the industry and celebrities. But let me throw a question at you. When it comes to Hollywood, when it comes to calling out a system, when are y'all gonna start pointing fingers at the ones who truly control things? I'm talking about when are we gonna start calling out the people with the real power? Contrary to popular belief, the real power isn't coming from any of those names being tossed around by Katt Willaims. So when are these guys gonna start calling out the white people in this high power positions? I don't buy into the whole industry plant narrative, but if there are industry plants, why do we always go after the plant and not the planter? If people are out here making black folks wear dresses or doing shady stuff for roles, why aren't we calling out the executives, the ones financing the projects, the studio heads, the ones putting money into these scripts? Why aren't they being held accountable? I know they're not black, and for some reason, it's just too easy for blacks to always go after other blacks, and that's so damn wrong, y'all. To me, that's a form of victim blaming. Let's call out the people with the real power. Sure, Katt Willaims called out Harvey Weinstein, but he's locked up, not even on the streets. He's gone. There's still a whole system and a bunch of executives out here moving foul, and they're not black. When are they gonna start getting called out? Because none of those names Katt was talking about have any real power. They're just puppets, like he himself said. But put all that aside for now, cause I've got a question for you. You think you really know Katt Willaims? Well, think again. Beyond the laughs and the spotlight, there are some hidden chapters about the man that didn't quite make it to the Shay Shay podcast. Just stay with us a little bit longer and you'll find out. First off, did you know that Katt Willaims, born Micah Willaims, made a gutsy move at the tender age of 13? Yeah, he talked about that on the Shay Shay Club. He emancipated himself from his parents and jetted off to Florida, where he hustled as a street vendor just to make ends meet. Now that's starting life on hard mode. And speaking of the hustle, Katt's got more than just jokes up his sleeve. The man's sitting on a cool $2 million net worth. Oh no, hold up, it's actually a lot more than that. Yeah, not bad at all for a guy who took life by the horns from a young age. But here's another less known incident outside the Atlanta Comedy Theater in Norcross. There, Katt found himself in a heated exchange with radio host Wanda Smith. The tension hit its peak when Smith's husband, Lamar Sellers, reportedly whipped out a gun on Katt. The beef stemmed from a previous interview, and things got seriously heated on September 15, 2018. According to Katt, Sellers aimed a gun at him, sending him scurrying into a nearby store with his security guard. While no independent witnesses came forward, surveillance footage was in the mix. The Atlanta Comedy Theater, however, played it down, denying any firearm drama and chalking it up to an unfortunate clash of personalities. Willaims didn't press charges, but it makes you wonder what was really going on there for him to stay hush-hush about it. Crazy, right? Why didn't he talk about this in the podcast? Finally, Katt holds a hidden belief, and that's his belief in the secret society. He believes those who go after the Illuminati and challenge them know they're real, and he's added something interesting. He said deep down we all kind of want to be like the Illuminati because they're seen as enlightened. Whether their enlightenment is real or not doesn't matter much. It's about having information. As long as they know stuff we don't, they stay real. But Katt mentioned they're not as confident as they act. People like him keep exposing them, and they really hate getting attention. What are your thoughts on the interview of the year, and what else do you think Katt and a lot of other people in the biz knows that we ain't yet? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.